So I'm standing in front of a location near my house. It's been demolished, but this used to be the old Borderline Bar and Grill, and there was a mass shooting here. So let's talk about that. Borderline Bar and Grill opened in Malibu in the 80s, but eventually made its way to Thousand Oaks in 1993. Borderline Bar and Grill was not just a restaurant. It was also an all-ages club that held line dancing most times, but every Wednesday they had hip-hop night. And this was huge for the teenage community in the Valley. Unfortunately, on November 7th, 2018, a tragedy would take place that would change Borderline and Thousand Oaks forever. The Borderline shooting took the lives of 13 people, including the shooter who died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. It also injured 15 more individuals. Ian David Long was a 28-year-old male. Growing up, his parents got divorced when he was a very young kid. He lived with his mom and they moved around a lot, but eventually settled in Newbury Park. After high school, he joined the Marines and served time in Afghanistan. Eventually, he was honorably discharged. After his stint in the military, Ian tried to become an athletic trainer. He ended up getting into a very bad motorcycle accident that ended up causing him to have a collapsed lung and cracked his helmet and gave him some head injuries. While visiting doctors, they found out that he suffered from PTSD, anxiety, and depression, and was dealing with chronic pain. After the accident, his mom said he started to unravel and started having incidents with police. Ian started to drink more, and he ended up becoming a regular at Borderline Bar and Grill. What started as an escape for Ian took a very dark turn. In 2017, the cops were called to do a wellness check on Ian for his irrational behavior. When they arrived, they decided not to detain him or put him on a psychiatric hold. The theory is that Ian felt very separated from other college students because of his time in college. When other students found out that he was Marine, they would talk a lot of smack to him. He held a grudge towards them about this. This is just a theory. There was no note left, and there was no reasoning left behind. Later, after the shooting, investigators heard that a high school teacher had made claims that Ian had been very physical with her. However, the staff told her not to push the incident because it could jeopardize his future in the Marines. It was proven that Ian had issues prior to the shooting. Unfortunately, because of the shooting, Borderline Bar and Grill did have to shut down. They did try to open a new location in Agora Hills, but it wasn't successful. And the old Thousand Oaks location ended up being demolished, turning the memories teenagers like myself once had into a dirt lot. These wooden lights and posts are the only thing left of the original building. Other than that, they fully demolished it. After the shooting, it really affected the town of Thousand Oaks a lot. A lot of locals would gather at the old Borderline location and host vigils. They also created other programs to help gun control and violence in the area. A movement was created called Borderline Strong. And to this day, you can see bumper stickers on people's cars that say Borderline Strong. This used to be the sign. It used to say Borderline Bar and Grill. I mean, the frame's still there, but the sign isn't. Teenagers and adults would literally line up here, and depending on the night, the line could get really, really big. And then we would walk all the way this way and all the way around to get to the front entrance, just so we can enjoy some line dancing or hip-hop dancing. Sounds silly, but it was huge for our teenage group. Such a tragedy, and lives that we'll never get back. For a reason we don't know, and whatever the reason is, it doesn't justify murdering people.